It's obviously impacted a lot. It's obviously over last weekend it sort of raised its head, and we've obviously, as you've seen in the press release, significant cases. So we've had to deal with it as we see fit. But at the minute, we've had a couple of Zoom calls with members of staff, and in terms of how we're going to sort the logistics out of the trip down to Exeter, and that was sort of formalised yesterday. And obviously preparation starts today, and travel down to Exeter. The lads who've been playing a lot of games recently, they'll have probably enjoyed 1 or 2 days where they can just recuperate and get the legs back together. But it's not ideal, but it is what it is. We've got to deal with it. We've got to put out a plan and move forward.
But obviously you've not been able to do any tactics, any ball work or anything like that together.
No. But these are professional footballers, and we come up against different systems, different opposition every week. We do our preparation for all them games. They've got a wealth of knowledge of how to play the game in terms of whatever system you put out, and that will be done obviously today. And when they get down there, looking at a lot of footage of Exeter, and the lads will be prepared. That is for sure. It's been really tough getting them 10 points. It's not been pretty at times, but the lads have had to dig in, and they've showed that there's a lot of spirit about them and a lot of character. And I'm sure during the rest of this season, as every club will have, they'll have hurdles to overcome. We'll be no different. We've got a big hurdle to overcome at this moment in time, but we'll get there and we'll get through the other side of it.
Is everybody all right? Are there health problems? Are they asymptomatic? How would you sum it up?
I mean, I don't want to go into obvious details because that's not my bag. I mean, all I can speak about is my situation. I had like a rough couple of days over the weekend, Saturday evening and Sunday. Got the test Sunday, and then it come back positive Monday. And then I sort of Monday started to come through it. My head started to clear. I had headache and was aching a bit of a sore throat. I put the sore throat down to shouting at the games. I haven't done it for a while. So that was what I was thinking. So I just feel as if now I'm sort of coming through a bad cold through winter. And as far as I'm aware, there's no one, touch wood, got any real serious issues.
So Exeter, within the confines of what you've been able to do, what's your assessment and scouting of them right now?
Well, I spoke to the analysis department, who have obviously been working from home. They're a decent team. They're lying sort of 9th, 10th in Div 2. So, they've got 1 or 2 threats, which we know about. But, our focus is obviously looking at them, but also looking at us and getting us in the right frame of mind to go do a job. Because, we want to try and get into the next round, that is for sure.
Even this time last year, I can remember as regards to Brighton, which clearly are a different type of opposition in itself, the Cup almost seemed to galvanise the troops and there was more spirit in that performance. The Cup can do strange things in that respect, can't it?
It can, yeah. It's, the pressure of being in league football, but, we've had 10 points, like we say, in the last 12. So the lads should be confident. But cup games are different. They'll be wanting a scalp Exeter. You can't just turn up and expect to win these games. They're tough games. I remember we went down there a few years ago with, I think, maybe 8-9 years ago, and it was a tough game. So we won't expect anything less. It's going to be a really tough football match. The lads will be focused, I'm sure, on what they're going to do, and obviously, there's myself, Lee, and Steve can't be down there, but. The people, the staff who are going down there, Andy, Daral, Struds and Weaves, are more than experienced enough to take the team and deliver what we need.
What can you tell us about Andy Holdsworth then, as a coach and as a bloke?
Yeah, good lad. He's done this job. He was at Barnsley as a coach, and I think he's also been a caretaker there for the odd game or two, I think, a few years ago before he joined us. So he's more than capable. Under 18s manager, yeah, good coach. Really good lad, and he's got a lot of good people around him. Daral Pugh has got a wealth of experience in football up and down. In the areas that he's worked in, Nicky and Struds. And the Zoom calls we've had with everybody have been really productive. With Lee and Steve, we've formulated a plan, and with people, you got to give them the trust. You got to give them that authority and autonomy to go and do what they need to do, because that's how people grow. So you put a framework in, and they've got to go run the game. Obviously, I'll be watching it, and if I see anything, someone will be always on the end of a phone. But they've got autonomy to do the game.